All right, Shalom. Before I get started, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shine, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shine, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shine, call her like Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shine, Bahashem Rakakadash. Second, I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and who are the true leaders of Israel today. I also would like to give another shout out to the up and coming elder, Kazak, of the Man of Israel camp down here in Greenville, South Carolina. And I also would like to give another shout out to elect throughout the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth that's pushing truth and all sincerity and righteousness. Just like it, bear with me because my allergies messing up. I also would like to give another shout out to Israelite foreigners that's looking like the other heathen nations causing confusion, coming back to our heritage in these last days. And also would like to give another shout out to you fruit outwalks out there that stand in order. All right, to y'all, let's say shalom. All right, today I'm gonna go over a quick video. It's like you. Today I'm gonna go over a quick video going into the house of David being built back up as in the days of old, man. All right, because after King Solomon died, the southern and northern kingdom split, man. All right, after King Solomon died, so now Yahweh Shem Shine having it to where the southern and northern kingdom coming back, man. All right, the house of David coming back as in the old, man. You seeing that happen, and Esau is fearing Esau fearing that that's taking place, man. That's why he bringing out all these agencies, these spies, because he feared that the house of David was gonna come back, man, as in the days of old, man. All right, so I'm gonna just touch on this subject, man. All right, that we coming back, man. The house of David is coming back, man. But anyway, this is the book of Amos, chapter 9. Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. And I'm gonna read I'm gonna read down to verse 12. Damn, allergies, Slakia. Bear with me. This is the book of Amos chapter. God damn. Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacles of David. All right. Bear with me. Almost choked. God damn, man. That pollen, boy. Bear with me, Slakia, man. That's why we're ready to get the hell up out of here, man. We in these weak-ass flesh. And the funny thing is, I don't really get sick, but when it comes down to this goddamn pollen, it's something else, boy. But we're going to keep pushing at the end of the day, man. Slakia, bear with me. Damn. Slakia. Amos chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up. And it's talking about the days that we are in now, man. All right. The last days, man. In that day, and that process started, when Elder Abba Vivens came on the scene roughly in the 1969, 1970s, man. That's when it started to take place, man. It slowly started progressing, man. All right. But it said in that day will I raise up the tabernacles of David that is fallen. Because, yeah, like I was saying, man, once you had that split, when King Solomon died, that's when the split began, man. All right. So it said, and I will raise up the tabernacles of David that is fallen and close up the branches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old. Yeah, he's going to build it as in the days of old. We're going to come back, man. And that's what Esau feared, man. He feared us waking up to this truth, man. Cause that means that they're gonna go into slavery. He also know that means that his kingdom is over with as well. That's why they about to come down with that great wrath, going back to Revelation 12 and 12, man. All right, verse 12. Amos chapter 9 and verse 12. That they may possess the remnant of Slakia. That they may possess the remnant of Edom. And that's why he feared that the house of David was going to wake back up, man. That's why they spent billions of dollars, trying to hide this truth, man. Because like I was saying earlier, they feared that their kingdom was coming. They knew that their kingdom was going to come to an end. And they know that they're going to be in slavery, man. Not only them, they just gonna get it to the worst in slavery. But you're gonna have your Moabites, you know, you so-called Chinese, your Hamite, you so-called Africans, you know, y'all, your Japanese, you so-called, Ammon, you so-called Japanese. But you know, Esau is gonna get it worse, man. Verse 12 said that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen. So even these other heathen, well, technically these heathens, they want us to come back into power, but at the same time, they don't want to go into slavery, man. They know that the white man is the devil, man. That's why they want us to, you know, that's why they're ready for everything to get back in order. But at the same time, they don't want to have to go through that captivity. But they're gonna have to go through it, man. It said that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen. And when King Solomon, not King Solomon, and when King David was on the scene, what was King David doing? King David was fucking these Edomites up. So that's why Esau is scared that the house of David is waking back up, man. It said that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, said the Lord Yahweh, that doeth it, man. So Yahweh Shem Shai is raising up the house of David, man. And it's a beautiful thing to just to know that, you know, we got a possibility, you know, being part of the elect, man. This is a blessing to be a part of this ministry, man. But it's a curse to Esau and these other heathen nations. Now, I'm gonna go to the book of Revelations. Chapter 11 and verse 3. And it said, and I will give power unto my two witnesses. All right, and who is his two witnesses? The southern and the northern kingdom, man. Judah and Israel, man. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And what is that power? He gave us this truth, man. That's how the house of David is being built. The tabernacles of David is being built back up, man, through this word, man, through the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Because Yahweh Shem Shai said, my sheep hear my voice and they follows me, roughly paraphrasing, man. So once we heard this word, it helped brought back the tabernacles of David. So it said, and I will give power to my two witnesses, and they should prophesy. And that's what the man of the Lord are going to be doing, prophesying. That's what the tabernacles of David, the house of David, is going to be doing, prophesying. Prophesying what? The downfall of this wicked ass kingdom of America, man. And that's another reason, like I was saying, Esau know his time is up, because he's seeing us out there in them highways and byways, man. That's why I say he bringing out them spies, you know, those scoffers, you know, those Christians, vocab Malone and all them, trying to debunk the truth, but it's not going to happen, man. Because Yahweh Shem Shai got his spirit on us, man. It said, and I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 score days, clothed in sackcloth. And that 1,203 score days, that's that from the from the time Alabama's got on the scene, man, to now. All right, it said, and they shall prophesy 203 score days clothed in sackcloth. And sackcloth is what? A garment, man. That's why we wear garments, man. Yahweh Shem Shai say don't wear no, he didn't say t-shirt fringe. He said in sackcloth, man. Do y'all know what sackcloth is? Look it up. That's why the elders and apostles always say going to work. Look it up. That's what you're supposed to be clothed in, sackcloth, man. Not t-shirt fringe. All right. Yeah, like you said, they should prophesy 1,203 score days. That's when the time Alabama's got on the scene, man. Because Yahweh Shem Shai going back to Malachi 4 and I believe verse 6, around that line, he said he was going to send us Elijah the prophet, and we know who was Elijah the prophet. Elijah the prophet was John the Baptist, and John the Baptist was who? Albert Bibbins, going back to the 1969 to 1970, man. All right, that's when you know the word Yahweh, the true words of Yahweh Shem Shai started to come to play, man. When high priest Albert Bibbins, man, came on the scene. All right. I'm gonna get 2 Samuel real quick. 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1. And it says, now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. But David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. And you seeing that today, man, with these bugged out ass camps, man. There's a difference between the house of David and the house of Saul, man. And we know Saul hated David, man. And you seeing that play out today, man. You seeing the house of Saul, these other Israelite groups hating on GMS because why GMS rebuking their ass and telling them that they're going off in the scripture and they get mad at GMS. Mainly Dan Sakari, man. I can't stand those guys, man. They disrespectful as hell. They don't got respect for the elders apostles who they learned under. And Yahweh Shai is going to get with those guys, man. If they don't repent, which I don't see happening, man. They prideful as hell, man. And they waxing weaker and weaker, man. Look at their doctrine, man. Saying that the name of one thing they said was if you say Yahweh Shai name with Yahweh, then that's blasphemy. Something around that line that he said. I believe he did say it was blasphemy. But then after that, a couple of weeks later, Gorilla Hebrew said Yahweh Shai. But I thought it was a blasphemy to say that. Showing you that not only that, they prophesy with their heads covered. Showing they waxing worse, man. But guess what? The house of David is going to continue to what? Wax stronger and stronger, man. You seeing the doctrine increase, man. You seeing this word increase, man. You seeing the brothers putting out videos, man. Heavily, daily, man. That's us waxing stronger, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. All right. And that like you said, now there was long war. And that war still taking place, man, through the spirit. You seeing it take place, man. These niggas got Saul's spirit on them, man. While we got, Lord willing, we got the spirit of David, King David. All right. So now I'm going to get Ezekiel 37. We're going to close out with that, man. Lord willing, this video will be edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, the hopeful house, you know, hopefully we the hopeful tabernacles of David, man, is old. Ezekiel 37. I'm going to start at verse 15. And it says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, write upon it for Judah, which is represent of the southern kingdom, all right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. It said, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, all right, from Ephraim on down to Issachar, and for the children of Israel, his companions. From take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one together, and join them one to another into one stick. And that prophecy really gonna fulfill in the kingdom, man. But it's slowly it's slowly happening right now by the elect, man. You seeing the northern and southern kingdom of the elect coming back together. But this prophecy fully gonna take place in the kingdom, man, as a nation, as a whole. It said, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. Yeah, we're gonna be called one in Yahweh Shai's hand, man. There's gonna be no longer a southern or a northern kingdom, man. We're gonna be a one. All right. Verse 18. It said, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Verse 19, and unto them, thus said the Lord Yahweh God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in thy hand, of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. So we're going to be one in Yahweh Shai's hand. All right. Verse 20, and the stick whereon thy righteous shall be in thy hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh God, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. showing we are pressing in this captivity together, man. It said, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. Slacky. Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land, the land of Israel, man. Verse 22. And I will make them one nation. See, he's going to make us one nation, like I was saying earlier. There's not going to be no northern and southern kingdom in the kingdom, man. We're going to be one nation. All right, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountain of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all. And who is that king? That king ultimately is going to be Yahushua. But it's also going to be King David. All right. It said, and they shall be no more two nations. See, we're not going to be two nations no more. We're going to be one nation. It said, neither should they be divided into two kingdoms. See, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, like I was saying earlier. It says, neither should they be divided. So we're not going to be divided. We're not going to split anymore once the kingdom of heaven come on earth, man. It said, neither should they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Like I was saying earlier, southern and northern kingdom. Verse 23. Neither should they defile themselves anymore with their idols. Because, yeah, you know, the children of Israel, hey, man, our people heavy dealing with these damn idols, serving damn Caesar Borgia, northern kingdom especially. I think it's Issachar, so-called Mexicans. They love to worship Mary, Catholic, you know, and these other Judah, Christianity as well, Islam, idols, man. It said, neither should they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgression. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So should they be my God. So should they be my people, and I will be their God. Verse 24. And David my servant shall be king over them. Yeah, King David's going to be our king, man. Like I said earlier, Yahushua is going to be our first king, but King David's going to be the second king, man. All right. It said, and David my servant should be king over them, and they should all, and they all should have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. Verse 25, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob, my servant, wherein your fathers had dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children children forever. And my servant David should be their prince forever, man. So King David is going to be our king, man, in the kingdom of heaven. All right. Verse 26, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. And it's like it, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It should be an everlasting covenant, showing you that the covenant is only given to the nation of Israel, man. Why he didn't bring up the heathens, man? He said, and this whole verse was talking about Israel, man. And you ain't hear one word about no damn Gentiles, no these other heathen nations, none of that. It was strictly talking about Israel the whole way down from verse 15 on down. Talking about Israel. So why he didn't bring up the Romans, the Hamites? Why he didn't bring them up? It said, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It should be an everlasting, and it said an everlasting covenant. So why he didn't bring up the other heathen nations in this covenant, man? This is an everlasting covenant. And it ain't talking about the old covenant, because the old covenant done away with, man. All right. So it said, moreover, I will, and they was, and another thing, those other heathen nations, they weren't none of the old covenant as well. So, and they're not going to be under this one. It said, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It should be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also should be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they should be my people. And the heathen should know that I, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, do sanctify Israel. So you can't get around that, man. Where it is just said right there that the heathen should know that I, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, sanctify Israel, man. Why he didn't say I sanctify Israel and the heathens, man? Because he's not dealing with them, man. It said, and the heathen should know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary should be in the midst of them forevermore, man. So you saying, so you know, that's the end of that chapter, man. So you seeing the house of David come back, you know, but that it's going to fully take place in the kingdom of heaven, man, where all Israel is going to come under King David, man. But only the elect is going to be is going to come back to that house of David, man. Lord willing, we was those man back then. All right. So I just want to do a lesson on, you know, the elect being the elect is, you know, gathering together, you know, Lord willing, we'll be at that house of David, man. All right. So I pray that this video was edifying, and I'm gonna close out with giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. All right. Shalom.